Hi, my name is Maggie Craig, and this is the basic message of Mary.
One, two, three, four.
Mary is the mother of Jesus. Jesus, the second person of the triune God, took on a human nature in addition to his divine nature. Jesus didn't descend from heaven a fully grown man. No, Jesus came to earth as the most weakest, the most vulnerable, the most helpless among us, as a baby, born of a woman. St. Paul writes of this in scripture. He says in Galatians, when the fullness of time had come, God sent his son born of a woman, and Mary is that woman. God worked through Mary to accomplish his work of salvation. Eve is the first woman. The woman from the Garden of Eden, the woman in Genesis, who sinned in the beginning. But Mary is that new woman. She's the new Eve, the woman who never sinned, and the woman through her yes brought about the new beginning. Saint Irenaeus said, "The knot of Eve's disobedience was untied by the obedience of Mary." Mary be untying those knots. Is Mary divine? No. She was a human person like you and like me. But what differentiates us from Mary was that Mary always said yes to the will of God. She never once consented for evil and sin to enter into her heart or her actions. Mary is sinless. Jesus was conceived. He was carried in the womb of a woman who was never touched by sin. Mary was still tempted, 100%. Mary still struggled. She still went through hard times, but she never stopped saying yes to God. And look at all what God did through Mary's constant but simple yes. Mary is not God. God alone is worthy of latria, which is a Greek word that means worship reserved for God alone. Since Mary ain't God, she can't receive latria. She can't be worshipped. And anyone who worships Mary as a God wounds the heart of Mary. That's not what Mary wants. As Mary says in the Gospel of Luke, "My soul proclaims the greatness of the Lord." All of Mary's being wants to proclaim the greatness of the Lord. Mary doesn't want to personally receive any worship. She wants to direct all the worship to God, who alone is worthy of latria. While Mary isn't worthy of latria, the worship reserved for God alone, Mary is worthy of honor, or the Greek word meaning doulia. I honor LeBron James because he plays the sport of basketball very well. He's received the MVP, the most valuable player award. I don't worship LeBron James, but I honor him. I respect him because he plays the game of basketball so well. That's the same with Mary. I honor Mary. I respect Mary because she loves God so well. And Mary is the MVP of all the saints. So that's why I honor Mary through offering her hyperdulia, hyper honor, the highest form of honor you can offer someone who isn't God. Imagine you're in a relationship with someone and he says, "Hey, I want you to meet my family. I want you to meet my mom. I love her so much. We're so close. She's raised me so well. She supports me in everything that I do. I love my mom. I can't wait for you to meet her." And imagine if you said, "I don't want to meet your mom. No. Spending time with her would distract me from you. And she's probably not even that great anyway. She's just like any other woman." That would be crazy. Because when you're in a relationship with someone, you're brought into their family. And Mary is the family of Jesus. Catholics love Mary because Catholics love Jesus. And when you love Jesus, you're brought into his family. Jesus' father becomes your father, and Jesus' mother becomes your mother. All Mary wants to do is to lead you to Jesus and to help you fall more in love with her son. If you have further questions, you can ask them in the comments below. There's so much more to say on this, but this has been the basic message of Mary.